Powered by Riverside.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Blues You Banner. Today, it is Tuesday, and I want to thank you so much for joining us. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton. And we want to kick it off today by just talking about Infusion Brewing. Go to infusionbrewing.com. Check out everything they have to offer. Obviously, they're the home of the Let It Fly beer that you can get at the Let It Fly Sports Bar in downtown Omaha before and after every cricket game. And then check out all the seasonal beers. You know, they've got their spring beers rolling out right now. So head on down to the tasting room. Be a great weekend to do that. Go down there, have a little pre-Valentine little beer tasting Saturday late in the afternoon after the Jays game, and check out everything they have to offer. That's at infusionbrewing.com. Today we want to just talk a little bit about the women. You know, the excitement hasn't just been on the men's side. It's been on the women's side as well. It's been crazy, some of the games that they played. And then we want to kind of follow up on our show yesterday. We had a lot of compliments about it and a lot of comments about it, and just want to kind of follow up on that. And I'm going to put a link to it along with this one on our Twitter account, so you can go ahead and view that if you haven't already. But the women are, really rolling right now. Another big win Sunday at the Sokol Arena, beating Marquette, who was, in the top half of the league. But they took them down in overtime. Neither Gessert hit a three right with 20 seconds left to send it to overtime, and then they moved on from there and took them down in overtime. But Ava Zedeker was, again, another tremendous force, another freshman, along with Grace Betheli. They combined 40 points, 48 points to 20 rebounds. Crazy. And 9 assists, if you want to throw that in. So just a two-woman show in the game, but we talked about Grace's rebounding prowess a while back when we had Flan on the show about 2 weeks ago. So check that out if you want more information there. But Ava, because of her efforts, was Player of the Week in the conference. So congratulations to her. I'm sorry, Freshman of the Week. She's Freshman of the Week. First time she's been honored with that, so that's awesome. I think I said Player of the Week and Freshman of the Week. But the Jays win 87-4. They now improve to 8-7 in league play, which is huge because, they were underwater there for quite some time. And now, fortunately or unfortunately, they travel to UConn Wednesday. Game on Peacock, though. That's kind of cool. Games on Peacock. And Jays will take on number 1 ranked UConn, who's just absolutely head and shoulders above everybody in the country. So another good learning game, another good, game to measure your talents against the best in the country. So I think Flan's excited for that, and that'll complete their season with UConn. Hopefully we won't have to run into them in the conference title. But I guess if you're going to get to the title game, you're probably going to run into UConn. So there you go. So another great win. So the Jays on a real roll right now, and again, you can watch them Wednesday night, 6 p.m. tip. So 2 hours before the men, so you can watch them on Peacock. Okay. Now we got to speak about Vino Moss, our new sponsor, Vino Moss. Go to vinomoss.com. 2 great locations, one in Legacy, one on Eagle Run. The original one in Eagle Run is one just down the street from my house. It's one we frequent the most, but it's a great place to go have a glass of wine, buy wine. They have other mixed drinks and beer as well. Great place to go listen to music. They have music twice a week at both locations. And then also their great wine club. Just can't beat it. Wine club members get free wine tasting when they have it once a week at the location. So fabulous place. Deanna and her staff do such a great job. Deanna, Deb, Brenda, all of them. They're fabulous. And as I said before, they have great charcuterie boards too to munch on while you're having some delicious wine. And then go to their website. They've got tons of recipes on there that you can cook up, pair with different wines, and they just do such a fabulous job, and their customer service is second to none. So check them out. That's Vino Moss and Vino Moss. Go to vinomoss.com. I can't say enough about them. They're just great new sponsor and great place to go have a glass of wine. And if you missed it, Deanna was on last week touting everything that they have to offer. So go and check that out as well. So that's Vino Moss. Good friends, good times, good wine. All right. So yesterday, because of what happened over the weekend, with Nick Graves hitting the game winner with 2 seconds left, 2.5 seconds left, and just a ferocious comeback. I mean, an improbable comeback. We thought we'd look at the best comebacks, improbable comebacks, coupled with buzzer beaters in Creighton history. And we defined buzzer beaters in the last 20, 30 seconds or less, and then improbable, you had to be down and it just looks so bleak. So we listed the game Saturday as number 1. Now, there was so many others. We probably had a dozen other games, but what made it so we weighed heavily on the improbable thing. So it was incredibly improbable that they were going to win that game because of everything that happened. I mean, just the team, the whole week they went through with obviously the passing of Josh's mom, the losing streak, the injuries, Austin Sports out of the game for Saturday. Just the way the game went, it was not a well-played game on both sides. It was ugly. It's just a grind. Being down 9 with 1:30 to go. And then that would force you to have to press, and Creighton's not a pressing team. And so to have all those things happen, and then, we talked about the inbound play to Jason Green. The pass was not good, and they probably should have picked it off, and they somehow lost it off their hands out of bounds, and Creighton retained the ball. That would have been the end of the game. Then the juggling that Graves did with the one when it got tipped away from him, it was back and forth. It hit the Seton Hall player's hand back to Graves, and then he somehow got it to Fedor, who somehow lost the ball on the way up shooting it and still made it 3. Without that, it's 4-point game over. All those crazy things. Guy missing a free throw. I mean, it just on and on and on and on and on. And so the improbability of that one. So that one ranked. That's why it ranked so high with us. It had all the features too, with the buzzer beater and so forth. But we kind of went with Rhode Island game, back the NIT game that was improbable, down 17 in the second half. We threw in the Antoine Young shot against Long Beach. That's kind of been an iconic one. I think we did switch it though. We moved the Rhode Island game to 3, I think, and we moved the Terrell Taylor game. That was almost out of our reach because we said we start in 2000. That was in 2002, and I had it written down, and Mike had it written down, but Mike didn't bring it up. So then I thought, well, maybe that game's 25 years ago. Maybe people aren't even don't have that in their mind if they've been Jays fans since they were, say, 10. They're now 35, so they maybe didn't even remember that game. So, but we did put it in because it was iconic. It was a big comeback. It was a game-winning shot. It was improbable. But still, last night was to me, more improbable. It wasn't improbable to me that Terrell was going to hit that shot. I mean, that's just the way it was. But we had a couple other games come up. We asked, fans, reach out to us and let us know about some games, and they did. And the one that I had written down, but I didn't bring it up, was the St. John's game where Doug hit the game winner. The difference there was, number one, it was Doug in his senior year. Like, he's not going to make that shot. Number two, Creighton never trailed in that game. So that's not an improbable comeback. It was a tie game too, so he misses that. It goes to overtime. So great shot. Hadn't hit a game, really many game winners like that. But it didn't make the cut because of that. Now, another one that was pointed out to me that I had forgot, the same season, same scenario with Doug, was the St. Joe's game. Now, that game we were trailing and we were down. And Doug hit a shot with 4 seconds left. We were down 2. We were down 1. We were down 1 because we won by 4. So Doug hit a 3 with 4 seconds left. So that would fall in the category of being in here. Maybe we look back at it again, do a top 10, I think would probably get in there easily. Probably should have been top 5 just because it was Doug. And, if you're going to have something about Creighton, you got to have something about Doug in there. But there's just so many. Once we started adding up, there's so many games like this, just improbable comebacks where you wouldn't think a school would have that many. And then, if you think about the flip side of this, improbable losses, one game just jumps out at you, and that's the Marquette game when the Hausers are playing. Jays were up 3 with 0.8 seconds left. All you had to do was inbound the ball. And they ran a play where everybody went toward the ball and Martin Krompel went deep. And the ball was thrown. And Martin could have he slowed down and he just kind of watched the ball. Like, you got to touch the ball there. And he didn't get, and then he kind of caught himself and then went after it. Well, it was too late. That delay caused the ball to bounce out of bounds. So then Marquette got it way on their end, fed it into Hauser, and he shot it. Now, there was no replay at that time. Replay showed the ball was still in his hand when the buzzer went off, when the light went on. I mean, because think about it, it's kind of tough to do in 0.8 seconds. You've got to absolutely get rid of that nanosecond. But again, fans were really upset over that because think about it. All you had to do in that situation to inbound the ball was just lightly roll it out. Just, you're under the basket. You can just bounce it on the floor right by the basket. Once they touch it, they don't have time to pass it. So once they would touch it, you're up by 3. The game's basically over. Even if they make a layup, you still win by 1. It was just brain locked by everybody. Brain locked by the players, brain locked by the coaches. Like, why wouldn't you just bounce that ball out there? Let them touch it. And if it keeps rolling and they let it roll, then you just surround the ball. And they're not going to, they're not going to be able to pick it up and shoot it. So, yeah, that was a killer. But that was on the other end. That's the one improbable we probably should have won. There's probably many others through the years where you said, okay, we got this game and we ended up losing. Seton Hall was probably this year was probably one at Seton Hall. That was one that comes to mind recently, but a lot of games like that. But tremendous amount of games we hit with a buzzer beater when we've had an improbable comeback. I mean, there's well over a dozen just in the last 25 years, so incredible. But it was a lot of fun. So if you think of any others, put them on Twitter, put it in the comment section right here on YouTube, and we'd love to discuss it further. Tomorrow, we're going to have game preview of Creighton DePaul. This is a really good DePaul team. This game has scared me for the last month, so now it really scares me. Swartz, I don't know his situation. I'll be going later to practice today, so I'll be able to let you know what it looks like, if he's out there, if he's not out there, whatever. And then Thursday we're going to kind of devote it to baseball because Friday we'll have another game preview for the Villanova game, huge game with Creighton, at home game. And then so Thursday we will kind of do the preview of the baseball and get you set for the baseball game. I think first pitch is 4:00 Central Time, and those are on ESPN Plus. So that's awesome. So that's on Friday. All right. Before we go, RTI Threads. Go to rtithreads.com. Check out all they have to offer. They have this fabulous cap I'm wearing. They have that. They have tees, quarter zips, hoodies. They have all kinds of other paraphernalia, Jay's souvenir stuff. They have those mini basketballs that we give away for autographs. They have those if you're going to go try and get an autograph sometime. And then they have apparel for other teams. And they also can do apparel for your business. So if you're looking to get some apparel for your business, check them out. They'll design it. They'll print it up just like they did with all the apparel you've seen for Blue Jay Banner, the T-shirts, the quarter zips that we have. So check them out. That's rtithreads.com. Great company. And they've just done a fabulous job and burst onto the scene with fabulous Jays apparel. So check it out. It's rtithreads.com. So as we said, preview tomorrow for DePaul, baseball preview Thursday, and then Villanova preview Friday. By the way, just can't thank you guys enough for the incredible support of this show. We are absolutely blowing up every week upon week upon week. We gain viewers, we gain subscribers. This show's really taken off, the daily show, and we're really appreciate that you support it and really make it part of your day every day. So we can't thank you enough. And we're going to try our hardest and work our hardest to do a lot of other things as we move on down the road. So thanks so much. That's it for today, and we'll see you tomorrow.